Have you ever sensed a shift in her tone? A fleeting glance that hides something deeper? Or a moment where her words felt like a wall between you? Welcome back, everyone, to our channel. Today, we are diving into a raw truth many discover too late. When trust frays and hearts grow heavy with doubt, betrayal does not always start with a touch. It begins with a single sentence, subtle yet sharp, that signals her heart is drifting. In this video, we will uncover one phrase that screams disloyalty, a Stoic warning to guard your peace. Stay until the end, as this could reshape how you protect your soul. Like, comment, and subscribe to join our journey of unfiltered wisdom. 1. She says you deserve better. Picture her sitting across from you, her voice soft, almost kind, as she says, "You deserve someone better." It feels like a compliment, but it lands like a blade. Your chest tightens. Something is wrong. Welcome to part 4, where we unravel this polished phrase that often masks a final goodbye. It is not about your worth. It is about her exit. With Stoic wisdom, we will see through the disguise and learn how to stand tall when someone tries to leave under the guise of care. Let us dive in. When she says you deserve better, it sounds like she is lifting you up. Her tone might carry regret, or she might avoid your gaze. But this is not about your value. It is a carefully crafted line, one that lets her slip away without guilt. She is not offering you freedom. She is claiming her own. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius teach us to strip away illusions. This phrase is not love. It is detachment, dressed up as compassion. Notice the signs. Her warmth has faded. Conversations that once flowed now feel like chores. Her touch is distant, more habit than heart. She is not fully there anymore. The phrase, "You deserve better," is her way of closing the door while keeping it clean. Instead of admitting she has lost interest or found someone else, she frames it as a gift to you. It is a tactic to avoid the mess of truth, to leave without explaining choices she may not want to face. Here is how it works. By saying you deserve better, she shifts the focus. You are not being abandoned. You are being set free. It is clever because it makes you question yourself. Maybe you are too much, or not enough. You might even thank her, not realizing she is already gone. This line works best when you are still fighting for the relationship, hoping to fix what is broken. But she is not asking for solutions. She is asking for an easy out. Let me share a story. Alex's partner, Emma, grew cold over months. When he tried to talk, she shut down. One night, she looked at him and said, "You deserve someone better than me." Alex was confused, even tried to reassure her, but weeks later, she was with someone new. Those words were not about Alex's worth. They were Emma's way of leaving without owning her choice to move on. This is where many falter. You might want to prove her wrong, to show you can be enough. You offer to change, to listen, to try harder. But Stoicism teaches us to let go of what we cannot control. Her heart is elsewhere, and no amount of effort can pull it back. Chasing her now only erodes your dignity. She has rehearsed this exit, and your pleas will not change the script. She wants closure, but on her terms. So, what do? You accept it, but not the way she expects. Do not beg or bargain. Do not ask for the full story, because the truth is in her absence. Step back with quiet strength. Stoics value self-respect over chasing shadows. Let her words hang in the air. Unanswered, your silence is not defeat. It is power. It says, you know your worth, even if she cannot see it. The danger is in believing her. You might think she is right, that you need someone better, but this is her narrative, not your truth. A woman who truly loves you does not walk away with a catchphrase. She stays, fights, and faces the hard work of love. If she is leaving, it is not because you deserve better. It is because she has chosen differently, and she wants you to carry the weight of that choice. Stoicism offers clarity. You cannot force her to stay, but you can choose how you move forward. Focus on what you control: your peace, your growth, your heart. Her words are a signal, not a verdict. Trust what you see: her distance, her detachment, and let it guide you. A real partner does not leave you with a scripted line. They build with you, or they leave honestly. As we head toward the conclusion, hold this close. You deserve better is not about your future. It is about her past. The moment she stopped choosing you, Stoic strength means walking away from half-hearted love. Knowing your value is not defined by someone who could not stay. Stay with us for the final part, where we tie it all together. 2. Twisting your truth. Have you ever brought up a concern, something small that felt off, only to have the conversation spin back on you? You mention a text she hid, or a moment that did not add up, and suddenly you are the one apologizing. Welcome to part 2, where we uncover the subtle art of twisting your truth, a tactic that clouds your clarity and leaves you doubting what you know. This is not just miscommunication. It is a deliberate shift, often a sign her loyalty is slipping. Stoic wisdom will guide us to stay steady and see through the fog. Let us set the scene. You notice her tone has changed. She is quick to snap, or maybe too quiet when you ask about her day. You point out something specific, like a late-night call she brushed off, or a plan she forgot to mention. Instead of answering, she pivots. Why are you so insecure? She asks. Or, you are making a big deal out of nothing. Your question becomes the problem, not her actions. This is not a talk. It is a trap, designed to make you second-guess your instincts. Stoics like Epictetus teach us to focus on what is in our control, like our perceptions. When she flips the script, she is not clarifying. She is controlling the narrative. This tactic, often called gaslighting, does not need to be loud or cruel. It is subtle, woven into soft words that sting. You feel confused, not because you are wrong, but because she wants you to feel that way. Her goal is to dodge accountability, to keep you from looking too closely at what she is hiding. Here is how it plays out. You see her laughing at a message, but when you ask who it is, she snaps. Why do you always need to know everything? Or maybe you spot her with someone new at an event, and when you bring it up, she says, you are the one who is distant. These responses are not answers. They are deflections. She is not addressing your concern. She is rewriting the story to make you the villain. And the worst part, it works, if you let it. Let us talk about projection. Another layer of this game. Sometimes, she will accuse you of what she is doing. You ask about a guy she is texting, and she fires back. Are you cheating? Why else would you think that? This is not just defense. It is a way to throw you off balance. By planting doubt, she shifts the focus from her actions to your character. You end up defending yourself, while her secrets stay safe. Stoics remind us to stay rooted in truth, not swayed by someone else's distortions. The small inconsistencies add up. One night, she says she was with friends. Later, you hear a guy was there, but she waves it off. You are reading too much into it. She says, but your gut knows better. These gaps in her story are not careless mistakes. They are cracks where the truth leaks out. Over time, they erode your confidence, making you wonder if you are the problem. But here is the Stoic truth. Your intuition is not a liar. If something feels wrong, there is a reason. Let me share a story. Jake noticed his girlfriend, Mia, was distant. She was always on her phone. But when he asked, she called him clingy. One day, he saw a flirty message pop up. When he confronted her, she turned it around, saying he was too controlling. Jake backed off, doubting himself. Months later, Mia left him for the guy from those texts. Her accusations were not about Jake's flaws. They were about hiding her own choices. This is where Stoicism shines. You cannot control her words, but you can control how you respond. Do not argue or plead. That feeds her narrative. Instead, stay calm and observe. Ask simple questions and watch her reactions. Does she explain? Or does she attack? Does she listen? Or does she twist? A woman who values you will hear your concerns and work to ease them. But if she makes you feel small for asking, she is not protecting your bond. She is protecting her escape. The danger is in losing yourself. You might start ignoring your instincts, thinking you are overreacting. But Stoics teach us to trust reason and evidence. If her stories do not align, if her words feel like weapons, you are not imagining it. You are seeing her priorities shift. Emotional betrayal often hides in these moments, where she chooses to guard her secrets over your peace. So, what do you do? First, do not let her redefine your reality. Write down what you saw, what you felt, and what she said. This keeps you grounded. Next, set a boundary. Calmly state what you need, like honesty or transparency. If she dismisses it, that is your answer. You are not here to fix her or prove your worth. You are here to protect your clarity. Stoicism is about standing tall in your truth. Even when someone tries to pull you into their chaos, this is not about distrusting every word. It is about recognizing when someone is using your trust against you. A partner who loves you will not make you question your sanity. They will meet your concerns with openness, not excuses. If she is twisting your truth, she is not just avoiding a fight. She is choosing her own path, one that may not include you. As we move to the next part, keep this in mind. Her words are not your reality. They are her shield. Stoic strength lies in seeing through the noise, holding fast to what you know, and never letting someone dim your inner light. Stay with us as we uncover more signs of betrayal and how to rise above them. 3. She calls him just a friend. Picture this. You are sitting across from her, and a name slips into the conversation again. It is always the same guy. She laughs a bit too brightly. Her eyes flicker with a warmth you have not seen in a while. And when you raise an eyebrow, she says, "Oh, He is just a friend. Those words sound innocent enough. Right, but your gut is whispering something else. Welcome to the first red flag. A phrase that seems harmless but often hides a deeper truth. In this part, we are peeling back the layers of "he is just a friend" to show you why this line can signal emotional betrayal, and how Stoic wisdom can help you stay grounded. Let us break it down. When she insists someone is just a friend, it is not always about the label, it is about the energy behind it. You might notice she mentions him more than necessary. His name pops up in casual stories. Or she lights up when his text pings her phone. Maybe she shares a private joke with him. One you are not in on. These are not random moments. They are clues. Stoics teach us to observe without being swept away by emotion, to see things as they are. And what you are seeing here is not just a friendship, it is a connection she is nurturing, one that pulls her attention away from you. Now, do not get me wrong, friendships are normal. People can have close bonds without crossing lines. But when she defends this guy too fiercely, or brushes off your concerns with a quick, "You are overthinking it," that is when you need to pause. A woman who values your trust will not let another man linger in a way that makes you uneasy. She will set boundaries to protect what you have. But if she is vague, or worse, get defensive, it is not because you are wrong. It is because you are close to something she is not ready to face. Here is where it gets tricky. She might paint this friend as harmless. Maybe she says he is like family, or they have known each other forever. She could even invite you to meet him, hoping you will relax. But your instincts are not fooled. You feel the shift. Her laughter with him has an edge of intimacy. She shares things with him. She no longer tells you. These are signs of emotional loyalty, drifting. And Stoics remind us that true loyalty is not divided. It is whole. Or it is not there at all. Let us talk patterns. You might notice her phone buzzes more often, and she angles it away when she replies. Or she talks about your struggles with him, things she used to confide in you about. This is not just chatting. It is building a bond that chips away at your connection. Emotional infidelity starts small, with late-night texts or secrets shared behind your back. Over time, these moments stack up, and what began as just a friend becomes a doorway to something more. Here is a real story to drive it home. A man named Mark noticed his partner, Sarah, growing close to a coworker. She swore they were just friends. But her phone was glued to her hand, and she got snappy when Mark asked about it. He tried to trust her, but the late-night chats and private meetups kept piling up. When they broke up, Sarah was dating that coworker. Within weeks, the friend was never just a friend. He was a plan B, waiting in the shadows while Sarah kept Mark on the hook. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius would tell you to focus on what you control. You cannot force her to choose you, but you can control how you respond. If she dismisses your concerns or gaslights you into feeling insecure, do not chase her reassurance. Step back. Observe her actions, not her words. Does she guard her phone? Does she prioritize this friend over your peace? These are not accidents. They are choices. And choices reveal where her heart truly lies. The danger here is doubting yourself. You might think you are being paranoid, but your intuition is not the enemy. It is your guide. Stoicism teaches us to trust reason over fleeting emotions. But it also means trusting the evidence. If she is investing in another man, emotionally or otherwise. You are not imagining it. You are living it. And no amount of "he is just a friend" can erase what your gut already knows. So, what do you do? First, do not react in anger. That gives her an excuse to pull away further. Instead, ask calm, direct questions. Watch how she answers. If she deflects or turns it on you, that is your answer. A woman who loves you will not let another man threaten your bond. She will adjust her behavior to make you feel safe. But if she fights to keep him close, she is not fighting for you. She is fighting for her own divided loyalties. This is not about paranoia or control. It is about self-respect. Stoics value inner strength, the kind that does not beg for loyalty, but demands it through quiet confidence. If she cannot give you her full commitment, you do not negotiate for scraps. You walk away, not out of spite, but because you know your worth. A real partner will not make you question your place. They will make you feel like the only one in the room. As we move forward in this video, we will dive deeper into other phrases that signal betrayal. But for now, let this sink in. "He is just a friend" is not always a lie, but it is often a half-truth. And half-truths are where trust goes to die. Stay sharp, stay stoic, and never ignore the signs that someone is choosing someone else over you. 4. She says she needs space. Imagine this. The woman you love looks at you with a distant gaze and says, "I just need some space." It sounds like a simple request, a moment to breathe. But your heart sinks. Something feels off. Welcome to part 3, where we unpack this quiet phrase that often hides a louder truth. "I need space" is not always about self-discovery. It can be a subtle step toward emotional detachment, a sign she is already drifting. With Stoic wisdom, we will learn to see it for what it is and respond with strength. Let us dive in. When she asks for space, it might feel like a pause, a chance to reset. She frames it as personal growth, a need to find herself. But Stoics teach us to look at actions, not just words. Notice the shift. Her texts are shorter now, less warm. Phone calls that once lasted hours are brief, almost formal. She spends more time away, with new friends or vague plans that do not include you. This is not just space. It is distance. And it is deliberate. The phrase is clever. It sounds thoughtful, even caring. But it often masks a deeper intent. She is not just stepping back to reflect. She is testing life without you, keeping you close enough to feel safe while exploring new connections. You might hear another name slip into her stories, someone she calls a friend. But the energy is different. Her eyes light up when she talks about them, in a way they no longer do for you. This is where the truth hides. Here is the pattern. She pulls away, physically and emotionally. Hugs feel forced. Conversation lack depth. She might say she is stressed or busy, but her attention is elsewhere. Late-night chats with you are replaced by time spent with others. Stoics like Seneca remind us to value our peace. If she is redirecting her energy, she is not pausing the relationship. She is rewriting it, and you are no longer the main character. Let me share a story. Tom's girlfriend, Lisa, said she needed space to focus on her career. He gave it, hoping it would strengthen their bond. But Lisa's nights out grew frequent, and her phone was always buzzing. Tom later learned she was growing close to a coworker during that space. When they broke up, She was with that co-worker within days. The space was not for clarity, it was for someone else. This is where many stumble. You might want to fix things, to prove you are worth staying for. You text more, plan dates, try to pull her back. But chasing someone who is already leaving only pushes them further. Stoicism teaches restraint. Her request for space is not an invitation to fight for her. It is a signal she is choosing a path that may not include you. The more you cling, the less she respects your strength. So, what do? Honor her request. But not out of desperation. Step back with purpose. Let her feel the weight of her choice. Do not beg or hover. Focus on yourself, your goals, your peace. This is not weakness. It is power. Stoics value self-mastery, the ability to stand firm even when your heart aches. If she uses this space to build a life without you, her actions will reveal her heart. The danger is in misreading her intent. You might think space will heal your bond, but often it is her way of softening the exit. She keeps you as a backup while testing new waters. If she truly wanted to stay, she would work on the relationship, not step outside it. A woman who loves you fights to keep you close, not to push you away with vague promises of later. Stoicism offers clarity here. You cannot control her choices, but you can control your response. Observe her behavior. Does she check in? Or is she distant? Does she share her plans? Or keep them secret? These are not small details. They are evidence of where her loyalty lies. Trust what you see, not what you hope. Your peace is too valuable to trade for uncertainty. As we move forward, hold this truth. I need space is not always about growth. It can be a quiet goodbye, a way to ease out without saying the hard words. Stoic strength means seeing it clearly and choosing yourself over someone who is already choosing elsewhere. Stay tuned for the next part, where we uncover another phrase that signals betrayal. Let us wrap this up. Betrayal hides in soft words, like "he is just a friend" or "you deserve better." These are not careless phrases. They are signs her heart is elsewhere. Stoicism teaches us to see clearly, to trust actions over excuses. You are not here to chase fading love or decode half-truths. Your strength lies in walking away, grounded in self-respect. Ask yourself, are you settling for less? Share your story below. Hit like, subscribe, and join us for more raw truths. Until next time, guard your peace and know your worth.